Do you think Matt and Bowen get that call?
I'm sure they get called by their fans. I'm sure they get called mentally ill by their fans. Yeah. Yeah, Matt and Bowen definitely get these calls.
Welcome back to another episode of I Never Liked You with Matteo, Lane, and Nick Smith. And today we're taking more listeners' calls. I can't talk that loud because I have
Thank
another
God.
show tonight. I had five
Tonight?
shows this weekend, so I can't overtalk. I can't do my usual thing. So we can do one episode, then I have to go back home and rest. I've never been more spiritually fulfilled and physically tired.
And I have
doing
never
Broadway.
been more spiritually tired and physically fulfilled. And how do you feel about my blouse? I just went to TJ Maxx for a video on my YouTube channel, and this is
And
what
out
I
of
chose.
everything in TJ Maxx,
Now, I'm going to stop you right there.
It looks like Shirley Temple went
No, it's
terribly wrong.
Dorothy, but brown, but it's very, you know how Whitney starred in The Preacher's Wife?
Yes.
I would star in The Farmer's Daughter. Because of the sleeves, the gingham, the checker. It's very soft and comfortable. This is giving prairie, but like Milk Maiden.
How do you see yourself?
Like everything I just said. Like the hot Milk Maiden that takes off her gloves. And everyone's like, she's been pretty all along. All right, I think we're ready for our first call.
This is my last week of Broadway.
Thank God. They're sick of you.
No, I'm having a good time.
Well, you should have extended.
I have to tour.
Okay, well then we can't complain.
I'm not. Who's
You're not
complaining?
Hannah Montana. You can't have the best of both worlds.
Who's complaining?
You.
I just said I had a great time.
You've been very happy.
It is hard, these 5-show weekends.
Do it again next summer.
That's tough. Yeah, I probably will. I mean, it depends on where I'm at. I probably will, though. No, I have to write a new hour next summer.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Hi, New York. My monthly comedy show is back at Union Hall in Brooklyn on August 4th at 7:30 with 4 amazing comics joining me on stage. So please get your tickets at the link in the description.
Hi, Matteo. Hi, Nick. I have a question for you guys. You both have shared that you used to work in retail, so my question is, what's one of your worst or maybe craziest customer interactions? I'll tell you mine. So I'm a cashier at CVS, and one time I had a very long line, and I was talking to a customer on the phone about photos, and she was taking so long I just ended up hanging up on her. And then later that day, she physically came to the store to see who hung up on her and confronted me, and then complained to my manager. And I said, I'm sorry, a bunch of times, and she said, you're only apologizing because I'm confronting you. And then she left. And this was all on a Wednesday afternoon, mind you. Okay.
Well, you're not going to like my answer. I'm taking her side. If someone hung up on me and I had the physical means to go to the store, I would confront them. I would go and confront them.
In this outfit?
In this outfit, from the farm. I would demand.
You'd take your wagon in.
I would take my wagon. I would demand to speak to the manager. And I would demand an apology. Wednesday afternoon or Saturday evening.
Do you consider yourself a Karen?
No.
You don't think the attitude you just described?
No, because they initiated. They hung up on me. Therefore, I retaliate. I'm not just going in willy-nilly.
What's your worst retail experience? I'm trying to think. So I worked at Michael's. I worked at Blick. The Container Store was the worst working experience I've ever had. Isn't it going under, the Container Store?
I think it did.
It did. It was honestly one of the worst experiences as an employee ever. It was cult-like in a weird way. But I would say the worst experience I had, it wasn't the customers, it was the managers. So they had these like big bags that had serrated edges. So when you'd open them, you go like that.
Right.
Well, they didn't like me anyways. This one woman was really homophobic. I'm like 19 driving my
At the
mom's car,
Container
and she was
Store.
like Really, Matteo? That's your car? That's a woman's car. And I wanted to be like, look,
it's no wonder
Shannon,
where you got your humor
fucking,
from.
you know. And then I opened the bag like this because I kept putting my hand in like this, and it kept cutting. So I'm like, I can't. And they walked up and they said, Matteo, we need to speak to you. And they pulled me aside. I said, yes, this is Linda, who ate candy out of a Wheaties cereal box, and said, if you open those bags that way, you will scare away the customers.
You're why they went under.
I said, okay. One time a woman came up and she was like, somehow because I was in painting school. She was like, you paint? She goes, I have a dog. His name is Shadow, and he's
dying.
And no, she just put her head on her shoulder, dead. They yelled at me for everything. They hated me there. But I hated them there too.
Fair. Mine was not worst, but funniest because I was just bad at retail. When I was growing up, I had a job at a gas station with my best friend Dana. And we worked at McDonald's prior. And every time you go, the girls are always the front, like, cashiers, and the boys are in the back. But we would show up and they'd be like, Dana to the grill. Nick, you can work drive-through.
Get in the drive-through.
So we eventually switched over to the gas station, and it's only register, basically. But for some reason, we would go in and they'd be like, Nick, you're on register. Dana, you got to go scrub down the pumps. So she would go out with a bucket, scrubbing the pumps down. Then part of the register's job is I'm also supposed to refill all the coffee for the travelers to like get coffee and everything, which of course I never did. So there would be a huge line. Dana would be scrubbing in the baking sun. She'd come back in, then all of a sudden they'd be like, Dana, you got to refill the coffee. And I'm up there sipping an iced coffee. So I wasn't great at retail.
I got fired from Michael's for stealing, and then I got fired for that. Michael's actually shut down.
You're a felon.
Yeah, and then the Container Store, I remember they yelled at me. They brought me into a meeting, and they had another person there watching us. Whatever. So they brought up all this stuff that they didn't like about me, but it was like 3 months worth of stuff.
Okay.
And so I said, why are you bringing this up now? They're like, well, because we want to let you know. I said, but which do you think more beneficiary, for me or you? Do you think it works better that you wait 3 months to tell me everything that I've done wrong and compile it on me to give me anxiety? Yes. Or do you think it makes more sense to tell me in the moment so I can learn in the moment? And then they sat there silently. And I remember calling them and I was like, I'm just not returning to work this week. And they were like, that's exactly the plan we had in mind for you as well. And I was like, honestly, okay, Chris, with your fucking awful hair highlights. She was the worst.
They sound like me. That's what I do with you.
She literally said, we need you. We have a vacuum for sale and we need you to actually, by the end of the day, I want 10 customers to buy this vacuum. And I was like,
that's not how this works.
I know. I was like, this is the Container Store.
If I walked into a store not needing a vacuum and I had some twink trying to hardball sell me a vacuum, I wouldn't buy anything in the store out of spite.
We weren't allowed to ask somebody if they needed help.
What?
You had to engage. You had to engage with them. You are right now.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So walk around the store and what are you looking at? Just so I have like a heads up.
What store is this?
This is the Container Store, Nick. We're at the Container Store. Okay. You know, that container is really good for just anything. Like if you have shoes, extra shoes, it fits well and stacks on with that one as well.
Okay.
That one does the same thing. It's just smaller. So do you have smaller shoes?
Right, thank you. Thank you.
You know, these hangers over here.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Oh, okay.
Is it? I'll come to you. Actually, my only time of like clothing retail, I worked at Hollister, and the only two jobs were stock, where you worked in the back and then brought clothes out, or what they called models, which you were out on the floor, which they did not let me be a model.
You mean they put the 6'4" praying mantis in the back so you could pick?
I was only allowed on the floor before opening, And after closing,
This is Downton Abbey?
and then I'd have to stay in the back, and they'd go, Nick, there's clothes that need to be folded in the back. I'd go, okay.
Did you feel cool when you told people that you worked at Hollister?
I worked there for like a month
Okay.
because I was like, this shit's for the birds.
But you quit?
But I used the discount while I was
But you
there.
couldn't see anything in Hollister.
No, it was a whole thing. The lights had to be at a certain thing. You had to spray the perfume a certain number of times, a certain amount of like inches away from each stack of clothes, then each corner. Like it was a whole thing.
But why didn't they want people to see the clothes?
It wasn't that they wanted them to see the clothes. It's just that when everything is more dimly lit, it's hard to see you're buying very cheap child labor material for a lot of money. So instead, when it's dimly lit, everything looks better, like the club.
Yes, ready for the next question.
Hit it,
Hey,
Chris.
Matteo and Nick. My question is about setting healthy boundaries between you and your family. How do you tell them to back off without them making you feel like a demon for doing that? Thank you.
Well,
Well, Nick and I
we
don't.
will have very different answers.
You and I?
I think so.
Why?
Because I'm much more confrontational. So, for instance, when I came out to my family, I told my mother, I told my grandmother, and I said to both of them, I will not be holding a press conference. I will not be telling anyone else. I expect you both to tell them. And if anyone has an issue, tell them I don't give a shit and they don't need to be in my life. And that's how I set boundaries with them.
I think you and I grew up in very different families. We grew up in different families, I think. Well, what's a boundary with a family? See, with Italian families, there are no boundaries.
Well, that's the thing. Your family is much more. Well, that's not true. My family is very close, but I think the rest of the people in my family probably have issues setting boundaries because they're all around each other all the time. I moved away, so I inherently already have a boundary. Here's a perfect example. We cousins, there are 8 of us on my mom's side. My grandparents, when they passed, left this like jar of coins, this big jar of coins, and they counted them and everything. And they were like, okay, what should we do with the money? And they all were like, we should go to a football game together. Now, all of this was happening on a group text that I was allegedly part of, but I didn't read. And so I was home recently and they go, are you going to the football game? And I said, in what world would you think I'm going to a football game? And then they said, well, not everyone's going to go to the game. You can sit in the parking lot and tailgate. And I said, I'm going to stop you all right there. A, I'm certainly not going to a football game. And then to win me over, you thought telling me I can sit in a parking lot in the baking sun and tailgate was going to win me over. I said, you know what? You all have a great time. I'll pay for a round of drinks for everybody. I shan't be going. Mm-hmm. And that was my boundary.
And what'd they say?
And they were like, well, Grandma and Grandpa would love us all to be together. And I said, I'm also going to stop you right there. Grandma and Grandpa would not have expected me to go either. To quote poet laureate Matthew Artist Lane on the Today Show, I'm not screaming football. Grandma and Grandpa would not expect me to go. But not to mention, every time I go home, it's a whole cousin thing because we all, like, they all still live there. So we see each other all the time. So that was me setting a boundary. Sometimes you just got to give some tough love. Sometimes you got to
There's sometimes
bite the hand that feeds you.
Sometimes, yet in your life, remove the love and remove the sometimes. Just keep the tough.
Yep.
And that's you. Only
It's necessary.
you could have the soul of a demon and the blouse of a girl going to fetch a pail down by the river. Also, are you wearing retirement shorts to go golfing
They weren't
with your
my favorite
husband? No, they are
option.
not.
They're not my favorite option, but they're kind of the only ones that matched this, and I really wanted to wear this. Anyways, how do you set boundaries with your family? You don't.
I don't. Give me an example. I don't know how.
Have you ever had to set a boundary with your family? Okay, here's a good one. When you go home and visit, this is actually a great example. This is where we do differ, and you are better at setting a boundary than me. When I go home, I stay with my parents. I stay at my parents' house every time, regardless of whatever reason I'm home. And they would gun me down in the streets if I even suggested staying at a hotel.
Nick, your town doesn't have a hotel.
There's one
you,
nearby.
logistically, it's different.
Well, I could drive somewhere. But anyways, when you go, you don't always stay with them.
Well, I do. I spend the
You stay with
first
them a
couple
lot.
days in my own hotel so I can be downtown, see my friends, just sort of. And then, for Christmas, like I'll go, I stay at my mom's house just so I can go straight to my cousins or I can go to my
But
grandparents
beforehand,
and
you
stuff.
do. You're like, I'm going to stay downtown at a hotel. And that's a boundary you set.
Is that a boundary or I just say, Ma, I'm going to stay downtown to see my friends and I'll see you in my bedroom?
And then how do they respond?
Okay.
See, my parents would be like, under no circumstances.
You don't have a hotel in your town.
I'm going to go stay at the meth den.
What does a hotel in Milford? What the fuck?
New Milford.
New Milford.
Not to be confused
Pennsylvania.
with Milford, okay? Because there is a difference.
What does a New Milford hotel? Let's look up. Chris,
There is a Holiday Inn Express in Gibson, which is the exit
how many
before
miles is that?
2. 5. It's the highway exit before ours. It's a Holiday Inn Express. They're actually renovating it right now, and it's right next to a Dunkin' Donuts.
Holiday Inn Express Gibson?
Correct. Actually, it might even be a New Milford address.
Give me a better example. That's not a boundary.
Well, then I don't know. Next voicemail, Christopher.
Hey, how's it going, Matteo? And how's it going, Nick? I just wanted to call and let you guys know that you two are my favorite on the internet, and I mean that. I really do. You really are my favorite, so keep up the good work, all right? All right, goodbye.
I know that person's doing a bit, but I'm going to tell myself that is their real voice.
Do you think Matt and Bowen get that call?
Oh, sure.
Do you think, what are some other queer gay podcasts that are out there? Do you think they get that call?
I'm sure. I'm sure they get called by their fans. I'm sure they get called mentally ill by their fans. Yeah. Yeah, Matt and Bowen definitely get these calls.
Matt and Bowen get celebrities and Mariah Carey and Ariana Grande, and they're sitting there speaking, and we get a call. You two are my favorite on the internet. Keep up the good work.
And we will.
Do you think Joel can boost her? Do you think he gets celebrities? Do you think he's with Maya Rudolph, or do you think he's getting phone calls? You two are, hey.
And honestly, keep them coming.
Keep them coming.
Thank you, Gail. I remember after college in New York, I was really burnt out from school and being in New York and struggling to figure out who I was, what I wanted to do, what I was going to do, and I really could have used online therapy. And not only used online therapy, I didn't even have insurance that would cover therapy, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. We have insurance that covers all of your physical needs, so why wouldn't we have insurance that covers your mental needs? Well, with Rula, they make sure that it does. Rula does things differently. They partner with over 100 insurance plans, making the average copay just $15 per session. That's real therapy from licensed professionals at a price that actually makes sense. What's also really great about Rula is oftentimes you find a therapist and they're not accepting new patients, or there's this long wait list just to even get in. And with Rula, There's none of that. There's no wait list. There's no frustrating back and forth. They make it easy to find a mental health provider that fits your needs, is accepting new patients, and doesn't have a wait list that you have to wait forever for. And they stick with you throughout your journey, constantly checking in and making sure you're happy and feeling like you're getting what you need. Thousands of people are already using Rula to get affordable, high-quality therapy that's actually covered by insurance. Visit rula.com/INLY to get started. That's RULA.com/INLY. You deserve mental health care that works with you, not against your budget. Have you ever been wearing a pair of jeans and they are just absolutely ruining the moment and the vibe and comfortability for you? That has happened to me numerous times, and especially this summer. Are you at a World Cup watch party or a music festival this summer and you're wearing jeans and it's just, you're standing for hours, they're uncomfortable, they're scratchy, they don't breathe, they don't move? Well, the Perfect Jean has the solution. The Perfect Jean is built for actual bodies. They have waist sizes from 26 to 52, lengths from 26 to 38, 6 different fits from skinny to thick, 13 washes. That's over 5,000 combinations. So if you feel like you can't ever find the type of jean you're looking for and in your size, well, the Perfect Jean likely has it. Not to mention the construction angle is top tier. They're using YKK zippers, which are the best in the world. They have reinforced belt loops. They have deep pockets. You can actually fit things in them. And the proof is in the pudding. They have so many positive reviews that even marketing teams couldn't have dreamt up. And not only do men love them, women and everyone love them. Our listeners get 15% off their first order plus free shipping at theperfectjean.nyc or Google The Perfect Jean and use code INLY15 for 15% off. Next.
Hi guys, this is Annie, and my question is, how would you picture each other 20 years from now? What will you be doing or wearing, and will you still be friends? Will Nick be walking around Times Square in an Elmo costume? Anyway, thank you for everything, and I can't wait for the episode to come out. Bye.
Remember that suggestion you said to me? What would you do? We didn't see each other, and in 20 years
in
you
the
saw
cults.
me. Well, first of all, Annie, I'm imagining her
Annie.
I'm imagining her the red dress with the red wig.
Oh, I was picturing Annie, get your gun.
I was Annie. She's
Because of
a
the Second
grown adult
Amendment,
Annie,
right.
but she's still in her tap shoes.
Okay, so 20 years from now, where do I see Matteo? Mm-hmm. Are we still friends?
I see you at a Hyatt Inn and off a highway.
The thing is, with that hotel, there is a gay.
Just shaving in the mirror. And you work as an assistant manager.
In an ill-fitting suit. The thing with that hotel as well is there's a gay camp near my...
A what?
A gay campground.
What does that mean?
It's like a campground in the forest that is for gays. They like go and camp. And I didn't know that existed until like high school. And then they're like, oh yeah, the gay camp and whatever. And I was like, huh. And such like a small rural area. But every time people talked about those hotels, they would be homophobic. But I was young, so I believed them. And they were like, yeah, the gays that don't stay at the camp, they just stay there. And, you know, the housekeepers are always talking about finding gerbils and stuff. And I was like, really? Because, you know, homophobes would always be like, they're shoving gerbils up their butt and blah, blah, blah. And I was
Here's
like,
an argument.
and I literally just kept being like, oh my God, really?
Here's an argument for everyone who's like, you are like, they make you gay. It's like when you are gay, your whole life you're told that it's an awful existence and we're still here. Like, is this not proof enough? And it's not an awful existence.
And I wouldn't change it.
All right, so what am I doing in 20 years?
Okay, in
that's
20
exactly
years,
where you are.
Are we still friends? What are you doing? At that point, I would say we're loose acquaintances. We definitely are not in. We have drifted. We probably see each other on occasion at industry events where it's like, oh, remember when we had a someone's planning like a reunion show to get us back together to talk about the good old days.
Laverne and
'Cause
Shirley.
we are, if you don't know, in the good old days. You know what they say.
When
You
you
never
when-
know
as
you're in
you're
the good
saying
old
it,
days until they're gone.
I've never seen someone so proud of themselves.
And at this point, I would say you are, well, you're in your early 70s, so hopefully retired. And
Let me be very clear with you.
living in Palm Springs.
In 20 years from now, you will be in an urn on my shelf,
if I'm lucky.
asking for the rest of your ashes to be sprinkled at every Dunkin' Donuts location in the
Nick's
tri-state
last
area.
wish.
And will we still be friends?
It'll be a pile of ash, ash and fire, just like Avatar.
Will we still be doing the podcast in 20 years?
What part about you being in an urn are you not?
Oh, so you can't do a
comprehending?
podcast with an urn on your shelf. If I died, would you replace me? Mm-hmm. With who?
Anyone. The next person that walks into the train when I'm sitting on the end going to 49th Street will do, and I don't care who they are.
Just buy a mop bucket and throw a blouse on them.
With an angry face.
Googly eyes.
And the comments are still like, your representation in the.
They'd be like, can't tell the difference.
The most Nick they've ever been.
Literally.
All right, what's
right,
the next
next.
question?
Hi, this is Mark, and this question is for both Nick and Matteo. My question is, not to get a little morbid, but if I'm curious what each of you would say at the other's funeral, or if you had to deliver a eulogy for the other person, what would you say? And also, how would you like to be
Euthanized.
You know what I'm trying to say. How would you like your funeral to look like? Anyway, that's my question. Love the show.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
I'm going
much.
to start
Have
first.
a great week.
Okay, can you play some funeral music, Chris?
Well, there's copyright.
There is free copywritten music.
me a
Not
sec.
every song is. You are so proud that you figured out that certain music
I don't
can
know
be
how it
copyright
doesn't
and you
happen
can't
for
monetize.
you, but for me, it always happens.
You gotta like work around it.
I'll sing it. Okay.
No. Am I in a monk? Am I in a monastery? All right, ready? Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out today. All 6 of you. 2 being the altar boys. 1 being the priest. And the other Dana.
Why am I in a church?
Or Zelda. We are here.
Preview.
What did that just say?
We are here today.
What did that just
We
say?
keep it going.
It was
Keep
saying
it going.
preview. It was over. It was over. I got a better one.
That was. Keep it going.
Say,
We-
cream him.
No, it's a preview. Sorry.
We are here today.
Am I in a casket? You gotta paint the picture.
Your body was blown to bits. They kind of just they took a hefty bag and collected what they could and threw it in a casket, but it is still open casket. But like the American flag, when a soldier is laid over the casket, yours is just a blouse. We're here today to celebrate the evanescence of Nick Smith.
With open doors.
He added nothing to our lives, and he will add nothing in death. We found him at a hotel, at a Hyatt Inn, next to a gay men's camp near New Milford, Pennsylvania.
Holiday Inn.
May he rest. May he rest.
Well, the joke's on you. That is exactly how I want to go. And to answer yours, I shan't be going or speaking at yours.
No, you have to do a eulogy right now. Play some funeral music for Nick. Like, or is there any like what's that? Or, the piano
The
called?
organ.
The organ. Can you find organ music? Now, how did I die? Nick Smith was found at the second Chernobyl.
We are gathered here today to dishonor the life of one Matthew Elizabeth Lane. She did not ask to be cremated, but I did it regardless.
That was before the death.
That was before. She really pleaded not to, but duty called. It was a long life, but a short one.
That was the stupidest thing you've ever said.
He often didn't realize that we were in the good old days. Because sometimes...
Wait, who are you winking to?
It's the priest. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm also in church.
Sometimes, once you're out of it, you don't know what you've lost.
Oh, boo!
He was at an all-time high in 2026, being on a widely successful podcast with a much more younger and gorgeous podcast co-host. He was touring the world, and then the fateful event happened, and he was never able to recover.
What was the event?
Must we?
Yes, I think we have the right to know.
After riding high of being in Chicago on Broadway, he decided to mount a one-man production of Annie on Broadway, which gathered scathing reviews because, need I say more?
That's how I died.
Yeah, that's how how you died. That's how the end.
And my mom's sitting there, and this
She's
is the
long gone.
Oh my God. This happened only in 2026.
Well, that's not how you died. That's the start of the demise. The death came when he could no longer take it anymore. It was the 30-year reunion of the anniversary show. And after I flew in on my private jet, after being so widely successful from my mounting of a one-man show
Everyone's
of
left.
Annie, Get Your Gun, I flew in and he said, I don't think I can go on. So I fired up the wood chipper. Or the cremator. How did you die?
You think that they're wood chipping bodies and shoving it in
I
an
meant
urn?
cremation. And we did what we needed to do.
Oh, God, end this goddamn eulogy. You're so boring.
May God be with you
What?
and also with you. There's your answer, Mark.
There's your answer, Mark.
Next.
Hi, my name is Theo. I love you. And also, my boyfriend is a cartoon character. How do you feel about that? I'm really into like lines, I guess. Lines with color. And he's mean too. He's really mean. I feel like you'll have fun with that. Okay, bye.
You look insane.
Do you think Caller Daddy,
Do you think?
all these successful podcasts are getting these voices?
Yeah. Next question.
I just lost my job and my boyfriend, and
Is
I
this
want to
Janet
take
Jackson?
myself out on
Wait,
a
start that
solo
over.
Sorry, it's so low. This is-
I just lost my job and my boyfriend, and I want to take myself out on a solo date. What should I do?
I just lost my job and my boyfriend.
Is that what she said? You
and I
heard
want to
that?
take myself out on a solo date. What should I do?
Red Robin.
Yum.
I got 3 words for you. Steak, strippers, limo.
Is this 1986? What in the power suit, coked up 1986 financial district, Connecticut living dream weekend is this?
I got 5 more words for you. Summer 2026, hashtag no regrets.
Next question, Chris.
You don't, what should she do for a solo date?
Just wishing Matteo a happy.
Wait, what? Play it
Hey,
again?
it's Olga. Just wishing Matteo a happy birthday. And I'm gonna be in New York during Christmas, so I'm gonna hop on your podcast. That's okay. Okay, bye.
Do people leave?
Hi, Olga. I'm also here. And Christmas in New York is a wonderful time of year. And I guess you can be on the podcast. I didn't know that we just took volunteers.
Next question.
Hi, my name's Nicole. I love your podcast. Watch it every Thursday. I'm pretty sure it comes out. I had a question. I was wondering, would either Nick or Matteo out of you two be on America's Most Wanted? I think Nick, just because of the whole Chipotle situation. Either way, love you guys.
So I would see why one would think it would be me.
You'd be America's Most Wanted, like you're a criminal.
Right. But I'm the nicest of the two of us. Like, I'm the most meek and mild.
No, totally.
I'm only confrontational when provoked. So I think it would be you for stealing from the Container Store. I've never stolen. And who do you think?
I think you're a sick, twisted, rotted up skunk.
I actually like the smell of skunk. Is that weird?
This is why you would be on America's Most Wanted, because you're a sociopath.
That's not true. There's something about the smell of skunk that I kind of like. It oddly resembles the smell of gasoline, which I also like.
Well, gasoline people tend to like, but wouldn't you say skunk?
Majority of people don't like.
Maybe
but
what
there
you
is
meant to say
something.
was it reminds me of summer as a kid.
That's not what I meant to say. I meant to say what I said. I don't mind the smell of skunk. I don't think it smells as bad as people are out here. Big skunk is making us think. Is there a smell you like that most people don't?
No.
Red Robin. Yum.
Yum.
Next call.
I don't remember if I played this one, but
Okay.
Hi, this is Rose again, and I wanted to tell Nick every year for my birthday, my friends take me out to Olive Garden, and I have my fettuccine Alfredo and my mozzarella sticks, and we love it. And I hopefully for my 60th, Nick, you could join me for my birthday. Okay, and September 18th, which is my birthday, I'll be turning 60. I don't look it, but I look great. Anyway.
And we love it. And I will be there. I don't know where you live, but I'll be there. Any birthday at Olive Garden.
Is a birthday at Olive Garden.
It's a birthday at Olive Garden. It is a birthday I'll be. When you're here, you're queer.
Hi, I was wondering if you guys have a favorite rendition of Ain't No Way, originally done by Aretha Franklin,
Aretha
of course,
Franklin's.
outside
Then Cynthia
of
Erivo's.
Aretha's
Then
version.
probably.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Well, I liked Jennifer Hudson's as well.
I'm trying to think.
Then
Patty did one.
Well, Patty's was for a tribute for Aretha Franklin.
But she did it.
Of course.
So you
Patty's
think Aretha then Cynthia and not Patty?
At the bridge, Patti LaBelle's one of my favorite singers of all time.
Right.
But Cynthia, I've never heard anyone bring the voice up to that note
I'm not
so
saying that Cynthia's
easily.
wasn't good.
But Patty, okay, I'll say this. The high note from Cynthia was a favorite of mine, but Patty's energy was incredible. The funny thing is, like, because, Patty and Aretha were so, like, combative.
Hot, cold.
And she's, like, Patty's giving, like, everything, like, vocal acrobats, everything. And Aretha's just sitting there slowly nodding her head, just like that, seething. That song was written, I believe, by Aretha's sister who had passed away. And in the original recording, the ooh in the background is Sissy Houston.
Yes, that I
is
know.
Whitney Houston's mother.
Wait, isn't there?
But Aretha's is the best.
Isn't there a version done by? Is her name Ledisi?
Of that song? I don't know.
Am I making that up?
They have like the climax
Is that her
compilation.
name, the singer Ledisi? In my opinion, I would do, and if I'm mispronouncing her name, I apologize. I would do Aretha, then Patty, then Ledisi, then Cynthia, then Jennifer.
Well, Jennifer really did it. They're all
amazing.
They're all fucking amazing.
But that would be
Aretha's-
my ranking.
Aretha's is still my
She's the
absolute
best.
favorite.
And most effortless.
Aretha really was a musician. Aretha, people don't understand, was a true musician. She wasn't just a singer. She played unbelievable piano, and she understood musicality, I think, more than most singers do. So even though, and she had incredible range, incredible vocalization, and her agility, influenced every pop star today. Mariah, Whitney, Donna Summer, the list
Taylor.
goes on. Singers, or Ariana, Adele, blah blah. But if you really listen, like for example, her live version on some like maybe late 60s, early 70s show of singing Save a Little Pray for You. She's so behind the rhythm, but it's like back singing, I think is what they call it, but it's so perfectly in tune because she's so musical. She also did the same thing with Skylark. Like she doesn't sing Skylark on the note or the melody. It's a bit waiting. Like she's like an incredible musician. So if I had to pick someone's voice out of all those singers, it would be totally Aretha. She was amazing.
And why couldn't you say that for my fake eulogy?
Hi, my name is Kiwi, and my question is, what is the nicest, kindest thing that you guys have ever done for the other one? Thank you.
Do you have an answer?
The nicest thing you've done for me?
The nicest, kindest thing I've ever done for you. Did you open your birthday Pokemon cards, by the way?
Yes, I texted you.
You didn't.
That's right, I texted Donnie.
Did you get anything?
Nothing rare.
Anyways, the nicest, kindest thing I've done for you. The list is endless.
What about me?
When you graciously, truly selflessly decided to get that third hair transplant because you knew I was struggling looking at you. And that is so kind. Thank you all for watching and listening to another episode of our podcast. Thank you all for calling in and leaving voicemails. Honestly, these make us laugh
Yeah, they
so
make us
hard.
laugh really hard.
And I think we're going to do this once a month. So keep them coming. Please ask questions. Please keep doing what you're doing. We love all of you. Please subscribe to our Patreon for behind the scenes content, bonus episodes, and much more. Please buy our merch. And until next time.